It's 2 a.m. You have nothing to do tomorrow. You should be asleep. But instead, your brain is running a full documentary about that awkward thing you said to someone 3 years ago. And then it switches to every possible way tomorrow could go wrong. And then it starts questioning your entire life choices. And you're just lying there thinking, why can't I just turn this off? Here's the biological twist. You're not broken. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. The problem is it was designed for a world that no longer exists. Today, we're going to break down the 8 real biological reasons why your brain can't stop overthinking. And then, I'm going to give you 5 science-backed fixes that actually work. Hey, I'm Alex from BodyTalk, the channel where we decode exactly why your body and brain do what they do every single week. Quick disclaimer before we start, I'm not a doctor or therapist. This is educational content based on real science. Always consult a professional for personal mental health advice. Now let's get into it. Reason number 1, your brain has a built-in overthinking machine called the default mode network. Here's something most people don't know. When your brain has nothing specific to focus on, no task, no problem to solve, it doesn't shut off. It switches into a specific mode called the default mode network. Scientists discovered this accidentally when they noticed that brain scans showed intense activity even when people were doing absolutely nothing. And what does the default mode network do? It simulates the future. It replays the past. It runs social scenarios. It asks what-if questions over and over. This is your brain's idle mode. And for most people, it's the most exhausting mode of all. The moment you stop doing something, stop working, stop watching something, stop talking to someone, your default mode network kicks in automatically, and it starts overthinking. This is not a character flaw. This is literally how your brain is built. Reason number 2, your brain is hardwired to focus on negative possibilities more than positive ones. This is called negativity bias, and it's one of the most well-documented phenomena in neuroscience. Your brain gives significantly more mental processing power to negative information than to positive information. A criticism hits harder than a compliment. A potential threat gets more attention than a potential opportunity. Why? Because your ancestors, who assumed the worst, survived longer. The ones who thought that rustling in the bushes is probably nothing got eaten. The ones who immediately imagined the worst-case scenario ran away and lived. You are the descendant of the overthinkers. Congratulations. The problem is your brain applies this same survival logic to modern problems. A text message that seems slightly off becomes a full catastrophe scenario. A slightly awkward meeting becomes evidence that everyone hates you. Your brain is trying to protect you, but it's using ancient software on modern problems. Reason number 3, your brain confuses worrying with problem solving. Here's something genuinely mind-blowing. Research shows that your brain activates the same regions whether you're actually solving a problem or just worrying about it. From your brain's perspective, worrying feels productive. It feels like you're doing something about the problem. This creates what psychologists call the planning fallacy loop. You start thinking about a problem. Your brain interprets this as problem solving, so it keeps going and going and going. And you end up spending 3 hours thinking about a 2-minute conversation you need to have without ever actually having it. The more you try to think your way out of the problem, the more your brain thinks you need to keep thinking. It's a trap, and most people spend their entire lives inside it without realizing what's happening. Reason number 4, overthinking physically changes your brain chemistry and makes overthinking worse. When you overthink, your brain releases cortisol, your stress hormone. And here's the brutal part. Cortisol makes your amygdala, the fear center, more sensitive and reactive, which means more thoughts trigger more cortisol, which makes your amygdala even more reactive, which creates more overthinking, which creates more cortisol. This is a biological feedback loop. The more you overthink, the more you literally build a brain that is better at overthinking. Chronic overthinkers have measurably different brain structures than people who don't overthink. Their amygdala is more active. Their prefrontal cortex, the rational part, is weaker. Overthinking is not just a habit. It physically reshapes your brain over time. Reason number 5, your brain cannot let go of unfinished things. In the 1920s, a psychologist named Zyganek noticed something strange. Waiters could remember exactly what every table had ordered, but the moment the bill was paid, they completely forgot. Unfinished tasks stayed active in working memory. Completed tasks were released. Your brain works the same way. Every unfinished conversation, unresolved conflict, incomplete task, unanswered question, it stays open in your brain's working memory, like browser tabs that never close. And the more open tabs you have, the harder your brain works to keep them all active. This is why you can't stop thinking about the argument you haven't resolved, or the email you haven't sent. Your brain keeps the loop open until it gets closure. Reason number 6. Your brain spends enormous energy monitoring what other people think of you. Your brain evolved in small tribes where social rejection literally meant death. So it developed a hypersensitive social monitoring system, constantly scanning for signs of disapproval, rejection, or exclusion. In a tribe of 150 people, this was manageable. In 2025, with social media, group chats, workplaces, schools, and online audiences, your brain is trying to monitor thousands of social relationships simultaneously. It generates overthinking scenarios for all of them. Did they respond weird? Why did they leave me on read? Did I say something wrong in that meeting? Your brain is not being paranoid. It's doing exactly what it evolved to do, in a world it was never designed for. Reason number 7. Sleep deprivation makes your brain dramatically worse at stopping overthinking. Your prefrontal cortex is the rational part of your brain. It's the part that can evaluate a thought and say, "This is not a real threat. Calm down." When you're sleep deprived, your prefrontal cortex literally goes offline. Its activity drops dramatically. At the same time, your amygdala, the fear center, becomes up to 60% more reactive when you're sleep deprived. This is a catastrophic combination for overthinkers. Your brain loses the part that can stop overthinking and activates the part that creates it. This is why everything feels more catastrophic when you're tired, and why trying to think your way out of anxiety at 2 a.m. never works. Your rational brain is not available at 2 a.m. It's sleeping. The rest of your brain is not. Reason number 8. Overthinking is a learned habit that your brain has practiced for years. Every time you overthink a situation, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with that pattern. Neurons that fire together wire together. The more you ruminate, the faster and more automatically your brain goes into rumination mode. This means that overthinking literally gets easier the more you do it. Your brain becomes more efficient at worrying. It can spin up a full catastrophe scenario in milliseconds. You haven't become a weak person. Your brain has just become extremely well trained at a skill you never wanted to develop. But here's the important thing. If overthinking is a learned pattern, it can be unlearned. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. Welcome back. Now that you understand exactly why your brain overthinks, let's talk about how to actually fix it. 5 science-backed strategies that work with your biology instead of against it. Fix number 1. Give your brain a designated time to overthink. This sounds counterintuitive, but it's one of the most research-backed techniques for reducing rumination. Here's why it works. Remember the Zeigarnik effect? Your brain keeps worry loops open because it's afraid of missing something important. When you schedule a specific 15-minute worry window every day, your brain learns that the loop will be addressed. It becomes easier to postpone the thought. When a worry pops up outside the scheduled time, write it down and tell your brain we'll deal with this at 6 p.m. Studies show this reduces overall anxiety and rumination by up to 35%. Fix number 2. Stop treating your thoughts as facts. Most overthinkers treat every thought as truth. The thought, "I'm going to fail," gets processed as "I am going to fail." Cognitive diffusion is a technique that teaches you to observe thoughts rather than fuse with them. Instead of "I'm going to fail," try "I notice I'm having the thought that I'm going to fail." This tiny linguistic shift creates distance between you and the thought. Brain scans show this actually reduces amygdala activation. You're not suppressing the thought, you're just changing your relationship to it. Fix number 3. Use your body to interrupt the overthinking loop. Your brain and body are not separate systems. When you're stuck in a mental loop, physical movement literally interrupts the neural firing pattern. A 10-minute walk reduces cortisol measurably. Cold water on your face activates the diving reflex and slows your heart rate immediately. Even standing up and moving to a different room can break a rumination spiral. The key is doing something physical the moment you notice you're spiraling. Don't try to think your way out. Move your way out. Fix number 4. Give your brain the closure it's desperately searching for. Remember the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain keeps unfinished things active in working memory. The fix is simple, but requires courage. Close your open loops. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Send the message you've been drafting for 3 days. Make the decision you've been postponing. Every closed loop is one less thing your brain has to process. Research shows that even writing down a plan to address something, not actually doing it, just writing the plan, significantly reduces intrusive thoughts about it. Your brain just needs to know the loop has a plan. Fix number 5. Treat sleep like the biological reset it actually is. We established that sleep deprivation takes your rational brain offline and activates your fear center. The reverse is also true. Consistent quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours, measurably reduces amygdala reactivity and strengthens prefrontal cortex function. 1 week of good sleep produces significant reductions in rumination and anxiety. Stop screens 1 hour before bed. Same sleep and wake time every day, including weekends. Keep your room cool and dark. This is not optional self-care advice. This is biological maintenance for the machine that runs your entire life. Here is your assignment for this week. Just one thing. Pick one open loop in your life. One conversation you've been avoiding. One decision you've been postponing. One message you haven't sent. And close it this week. Just one. Notice what happens to your overthinking when that one loop closes. Your brain is not your enemy. It's running ancient software on modern problems. Now you understand exactly why, and now you have the tools to start changing it. If this video helped you understand your brain better, subscribe to BodyTalk right now. Every single Friday, we break down exactly why your body and brain do what they do. Next week, we're covering why some people are always confident and others aren't, and the exact biological reason behind it. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an episode. See you next Friday.